I'm going to do a little video here. I'm going to be laying a bead with this welder. It's a Zini 130 amp, 120 volt Chinese welder. And this is even cheaper than the Harbor Freight welder you can buy. But I'm going to be welding a bead here with the stock ground. And then I'm going to be installing this new brass Hobart ground. And obviously there's quite a big of a difference here between the two. Brass is obviously, for one, a way better conductor than steel is, and this is only steel. There's no copper lining in here at all. And then we've got a copper connector inside there. That's where that wire is going to be clamped up with that big bolt against. So I'll go ahead and lay this first bead here with the stock ground, and we will go from there. Alright, so you can see here, these are with wire speed set slower, and then the last one was with the wire speed basically all the way up right here. And without cleaning the metal, just giving it a good scrape, you can see that's pretty bad. This is 20 gauge steel, so it's, you know, it's not frame rail, but it's also not the thinnest stuff either. So now we're going to go ahead and put the new clamp on and give her a whirl. I should also note at this time that my welder does have Miller flux cord 0.035 wire in it, I believe. So it's not the stock wire. Should probably open a window or something. I usually don't weld in here. Obviously, it's not the best place to be welding, but I figured for a quick video, it wouldn't hurt anything. And I do have my little spray bottle here in case something should create some embers. So we'll put the new one on and show you the after video of those welds. All right, because of how thick or how big this opening is in here, I went ahead and cut the wire off with a razor blade and kind of cut it double long, then folded it on itself, and just kind of twisted it together. So now we're going to go ahead and put it in. Alright, so here are our before welds. The closest weld here that's to the right setting is the last one right here, which, I mean, you can see here, that's awful. There's you know, beads. You can tell where the bead breaks away and then goes back down and breaks away. I'm talking about this one, just FYI. And then I did 3 very quick tests afterwards because I don't want to burn my basement down. And these are the 3 that were after. So already, right off the bat, you can tell that there is a very big difference in the smoothness that this welder operates off of with the new ground clamp. And obviously the settings still aren't right, and obviously I'm not a professional, but just to give you an overview, those are the 4 bottom ones are with the before clamp, and then these 3 top ones are with the after clamp, and you can see just how much smoother these after welds are. This clamp cost $30. It's a Hobart brand, and it is made in China. But for your money, it's really a massive upgrade over the stock steel one. And this is on a flux core MIG style welder. It's a Chinese, obviously made brand, but this is a type of ground upgrade that you can do to any kind of, you know, buzz box style machine, Harbor Freight, Zenny, anything pretty much that's under $150 that you'll get off Amazon or Home Depot or anything like that. And even on more expensive machines, the ground is always something that you can look at to see if you can make an improvement on. So again, those are the before ones. And this one right here, was on the same wire speed setting. It's set to 8 as these ones. These were all done on 8 as well. And this, obviously, this isn't. These aren't good welds, but these are. I just did it quick and dirty just to show you the difference that it was going to make. And I was skeptical of myself, but now that I see it, I can definitely recommend doing this. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll definitely be doing some more welding videos because this was actually kind of cool.